If you're watching this video, I'm sure you can relate with this feeling. You were on a good streak. You hadn't watched porn for a week or two, maybe even a month or 2 months. You are feeling better. You're happy. Your life is more productive, and then boom, you fall for that temptation. In fact, when you fall and you watch pornography, it didn't give you the high that it literally used to give you before. So you're like, wow, I think I beat this thing. But you watch again. You watch 3 times in that day. You watch the next day, only to find out that you've watched every single day for that week. And now you are worse off than you used to be. The big question is, why does a relapse always turn into a binge? And this is a very serious question, and this is a phenomenon that a lot of people deal with. And if you're a Christian that hasn't even been able to experience, 30 days of freedom, I have a devotional, a 30 days devotional that would help you. It's literally a blueprint. It's like having me walk with you for your first 30 days of freedom. If you haven't grabbed it, check the link in my description. So why does a relapse turn into a binge? And I wrote it down here that the reason you binge after a good streak is because, one, even though you had a good streak, you didn't have the right mindset. You didn't count your daily wins as victories. This is so true because it means that the reason why you entered a binge is because you likely discredited all the progress you have made before that period. And I want you to think about this example for a second. The Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app, there's a powerful feature it has called the streak. And the streak is, every single time you show up in the app, it is accounted for. So imagine you showed up in the app for like a month, 40 days, and maybe one day, just one day, you did show up in the app, and it goes back from 40 to 0. That thing can pain. It's a very painful thing. And it might not mean you didn't even open the Bible that day. You might have used the hard copy Bible, but the app does not know that. All the app knows that is that you did not show up for that day, and it goes back to 0. Now, what happens? You might feel sad, but guess what? You do not discredit the 40 days you showed up in the app. You will now say, oh, I'm back on 0. So it means I'm not going to read my Bible again. You don't do that. But a lot of you are doing that when you relapse for pornography. You are discrediting every single day that you were successful before that. And this is the right mindset to have, that you are showing up every single day and it counts. The reason why a lot of people discredit it is because they are looking at their goal. Oh, I want to be free for this year. But don't think about next day. Don't think about tomorrow. Just think about, how can I overcome today? So when you wake up in the morning, just say, God, help me just for today. And that's the way God helps people. God, when the children of Israel were in the wilderness, God told them that I'm going to give you manna just for today. Don't keep for tomorrow. And that's the way God works. Don't think about tomorrow. Just ask God for the grace for today. And the moment you shift your mindset to this kind of thing, you see that you will experience so much freedom. Even with the YouVersion Bible app, at the end of the year, it will tell you, hey, you showed up in the Bible 360 times out of 365 times. Because it means that even though you missed a day or two, or you missed a couple days, it doesn't mean it did not count in the long run. And I would like you to always remember that every progress you are making daily counts for something. It's just like a person that is gymming and trying to lose weight or gain muscles. Just because you did not show up in the gym for like 3 days after you've been going consistently for 2 months, doesn't mean all the muscles that you had gained in that period will disappear. I need you to keep the mindset that it is progress over perfection. So the second reason why your relapse leads to a binge is because you don't have good accountability structures, and you also don't evaluate your last fall. So the reason why you likely fell and watched pornography is because maybe you saw something that was triggering, but you went on your phone or your laptop or somewhere and you had access to the pornography. It means there was a vulnerability in your accountability app. And if you know what I'm talking about, you need to have an accountability app or a web filtering app that prevents you from watching porn. So I've talked about this a lot. I have a lot of porn blocker apps. I've talked about videos on this. You can check the cards above and you would see the videos. But If you had access to porn, it means that, there was a vulnerability in the app or something, or you should have found a way around it. And it means that if you fail, it means you did not block it again. So anytime you fall for the temptation, it maybe means that you did not close the gap that was there. And the truth is, if you have a good application like you used to block pornography, the truth is, your accountability partner already likely knows if you landed on a pornographic website or you're checking pictures, because they will likely be notified. So please have a good accountability app that you use. And one of the most important things is, and I mentioned it, evaluate your last fall. Never fall for the same temptation twice. Maybe you were watching a movie or something, or you were in a conversation with someone that triggered something wrong. Block whatever loophole that was. If it was anything, make sure that you never fall for the same thing twice. If you keep falling for the same thing, because when you think about pornography, it is one temptation. It is literally porn. It's not like, oh, this is this. It is one thing, but the devil devises so many ways to make just one addiction look like so many addictions, because it makes there to be so many triggers. So never fall for the same thing twice. Look at whatever made you fall, block it in your mind, put measures in place that you never fall for the same thing twice. If you notice, I'm saying the same thing a couple of times because it's so important. And with these two things in place, I can assure you that, a relapse doesn't always have to lead into a binge. And that's it for this video. If this video was good, if you like the video, drop a comment for me. This was helpful. Subscribe to the channel. And I made a video. If you're struggling with pornography, I made a video. If you want to quit in the next 30 days, please watch this next video. It will help you. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.